All right, we're back. We're back. Turn this down a little. We're back. Live your life, dogs. You know, we're here every Wednesday to talk about the Patterdale, the dog we love. One of the dogs we love, because over here at Live Your Life Dogs, we love all dogs, but one of our everyone has their top three, and of course, you guys know the Patterdale is in there for us. And yeah, so every Wednesday night we come here and talk Patterdale. Today is a good friend of mine that tunes in on Wednesdays and got Patterdales and all that good stuff, and me and him have great talks and all that and all that. And yeah. And he said, why don't you do like a recap of 2025 since it's about to be 2026? I said, okay, we could do something like that. And we'll just talk about how my year was, because for me this was a big year for me as far as like getting into the Patterdale hunting. Talk about how the live been, how the live started, how the live been going. Some of you guys know, some of you guys don't. Some of you guys know my story, some of you guys don't. We're gonna have fun with it. Of course, we have a question also. What do you like to see in your working pup first? How early, how late? Meaning, like, what do you like to see as far as a working pup? You know what I mean? Working pup, of course, because we're always talking working dogs over here as far as the Patterdale. And yeah, what do you like to see first? How soon? Like, of course, we like to see we like to see the want to hunt or want to kill something, something small if you're getting mice or something like that. But like, what do you like to see just naturally? When you might throw a rope in the cage. You know what I mean? Of course, you like that dog who snatches it up and shakes. But is there more to it? Is there you know what I mean? Because I've seen dogs do that, but that doesn't mean you know they want to fight with some game. It's real easy to tug a rope or shake up a rope. So anything. And as far as how late, some people will say, oh, if I don't see anything, and if I don't see that dog showing anything in a year, I'll you know I'll give the dog to someone as a pet or something. And some people, wait a year and a half. Some people might make two. Some people don't start working their dogs to a year. Some people start working their dogs at 6 months. And I don't mean really, even if it's not really earthwork. And I know some people that do work their dogs real early, you know what I mean? But and that's just what they do. But yeah, if if you're one of those people that wait this amount of time or that amount of time, speak up on it. We could talk about that. But it's like I said, tonight's the recap too. So oh yeah, see Cut Up is back. Where Cut Up go? We always here. Forget I'm Cut Up. we always here. Don't do that. But yeah. Um Yeah, as far as like, as far as 2025 had been a great year. Um, Me and my good friend Marshall started this. And shout out to Marshall always. He's real busy with his daughter. Um, and he's happy. Everyone's healthy, so that's all that matters. He's busy. He got a newborn, so he can't be with us like he used to. But I'm sure he'll get back on with us sooner or later. But yeah, me and my good friend Marshall started this live, and I did it like just to more so learn more myself. And it was actually ended up great because I ended up like learning from so many different people that been hunting for years, so many different people that know about the dog, know about the hunting game, and not just the Patterdale. Some people hunt with all different types of dogs. Some people hunt. We had people that I learned from people that hunt with ferrets. I learned from people that hunt with birds, different type of falcons or hawks or whatever. I'm not sure which one it was, or both or either way. But yeah. So 2025 was like, yeah, I kind of got into it as far as fully, as far as hunting with the Patterdale. Went out a lot. Started with my cousin Keith when I first started going out with him, probably about a little bit more than a year ago, probably 2000, yeah, around 2024. I was just going out with him and a pitbull I had, Hazel, And yeah, Hazel ended up passing away eating something that made her crazy sick. And, it was just to the point where it's like, it cost too much money and still might not go home with a dog. So it is what it is. But shout out to Hazel. Rest in peace. I love you always, because she was a great dog. And I had her ready for the hunt. You know what I mean? She was going out with my cousin and his Patterdale, and she was there just in case something big, anything big popped up. You know what I mean? And she was ready to go, but what happened. But yeah, I started off going on my cousin Keith, and shout out to him always. Love you, Cuzzo. He got me into this game heavy. Started going out with him, loving what I see, and it was just fun. And started getting into it more. Started meeting with other people that on the Patterdale. Ended up meeting Marshall, I think on Facebook, to be honest, and got into it. Marshall's, told me his whole story and got into it more. And yeah, went from there and decided to start the live. And yeah, it's been great because, like I said, it's kind of like, people gotta and obviously I have like my main, I kind of got like a mentors, but it's kind of my main two or three people that taught me the most, of course, just because, I'm close to them or whatever. Like, as far as like, of course, my cousin Keith, then Marshall and Biggs. Um, yeah, those are pretty much like my mentors, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I because of this live, I kind of have like a lot of mentors in a way, because I've over the past year I learned a lot of things from whole bunch of different people on this Wednesday Patterdale Talk live. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then I know it's kind of that's kind of like the what technology could do now, is that, you know what I mean? It's not, I didn't just learn in the backyard with one or two guys. I kind of came on here and learned from 30 different guys. You know what I mean? Or ladies. We had, you know what I mean, we had a lady or two on here too. And shout out to them. And yeah, on another note, I just want to say thank you to everyone that been on here, that came on the live. Some of you guys I just messaged on Facebook, and you guys hit me back and said I would love to, you know what I mean? And it's been a great thing. And as far as like this year, I mean, I learned so much within a year because of this live, where it probably would take it would probably take 2, 3, 4 years to learn the things I've learned if it wasn't for this live. Just because, like I said, I've spoken to about, I know, 25 to 30 different people on this live. Never mind the people I ended up going out hunting with, and learning from them, you know what I mean, while we're doing it and stuff like that. But yeah, so as far as like, and me, it's been a big year. I ended up going out to New York, where a couple times, 3 or 4 times, I think it was 4 times throughout the summer, where I went out there once, and then I was just going out there like every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, and just every time I went out there, we just got on game, no problem. So of course, that's the best way to learn. You know what I mean? My first day I went to New York, I don't know, we got there probably 2 in the morning, got some rest, woke up in the morning, went out 7:30. By 8 o'clock, my Patterdale Sin, she was probably about 11 months at the time. She was on a groundhog. And at the time, of course, I did my thing with the mice and the rats, and um I actually did catch a rabbit to train her a little and stuff like that. And then, we brought her out, and she did a lot more. She did great. You know what I mean? She's been doing great ever since. So it's been a great year. I got my first Patterdale. Probably, I think I got her in 2024, but as far as really getting to hunter is 2025. You know what I mean? Obviously, you gotta wait a little while, and yeah, it's been great. Let's see what I'll continue, but let's see what Jenny Park has to say. Good evening, Terrier Nation. We'll definitely we'll definitely be headhunters this new year, bringing out the rookies this year, folks. And the Peterson brothers have some nice little dogs. Yes, shout out to the Peterson brothers. They've been on here with me. I've learned a lot from them. I'm I'm definitely gonna try to make it out to their way because anyone knows, if you know them, they definitely do their thing. They go hard with it. Um, and they again they're two people that have several dogs. I think they have like 20 something dogs, and they have everything from Malinois to Yogs, Lurchers, all that good stuff. So yeah, and yeah, the Wookiees. The Wookiees. And now that you're on here, Jamie's always on here, but and Jamie, shout out to you, sir. I mean, since this thing started, you've been showing love. You're always on here. You hit me up. Yeah, I'm ready for the podcast tonight. I got things ready to go. Let's do it. And I learned a lot from you on here in the comments. You wasn't on the live, but in the comments, and then I've actually been out hunting live with you, and that was a great time. So I appreciate all the things I learned from you, Jamie, Shahib, even Dapper Trapper, my man Dapper Trapper. He put in a lot of pointers over the last year, where I learned things from him, whether it was about the Patterdale or other dogs. One-on-one, I learned things from them. We'll get a chance to get him on here at some point, as well as Jamie. But all you got to do is be in the comments to say your piece, and you know, s- say something you want to talk about. I'm Jamie. I remember you said you wanted to talk about puppies a little. So what did I put for the question? The question was, what do you look to see in a working pup first? How early? How late? Etc. So, and if you want to say anything about your puppies coming up, and I know this summer is gonna be, we'll talk a little bit more of the 24 recap, but as far as the future, I know there's a lot of good dogs coming up. I know one-on-one always doing their thing. Jamie Park's always doing his thing. I know Cut Up, we're always doing our thing. There's some wild ones come up with Cut Up, and I know that personally just because I've seen them, personally. But yeah, it's gonna be a good year for everyone. Again, shout out to everyone. I don't know if you're not in the New England Patterdale Terrier Club Facebook group, you need to be. But I gave a shout out to everyone that was on just live with me and gave me their time, and came on here, and I learned from them. Whether it was Tim Wheatley, you know, Biggs, Chris Akins, I had Robert Booth on here. If you tuned in last week, I had Mink Man. Yeah, I mean, the list, like I said, I had 25 to 30 just guys just on here just interviewing, and lady too. And yeah, it's been a good time. I learned a lot of things. And it's in 2025, I just been pushing hard, and one thing as far as like this, I always, been in love with like terriers in general, but what I noticed as far as when I started messing with the Patterdale Terrier, like there wasn't a lot of going on as far as like online, and you could type in a lot of other dogs, and there's a lot of lies for them. There's a lot of footage. There's a lot of someone just posted something an hour ago about a bully. Someone just posted an hour ago about a fancy poodle or whatever it is. Someone French or whatever, someone just. But it was, as far as the Patterdale, it wasn't really nowhere where we could just all go and just chill and talk and vibe out and love the dog we love together. You know what I mean? So that's what we did here. And as far as the whole year, it's been great. It's been positive. And anyone who knows me is I'm always positive. I love dogs. If you love dogs, shit, I love you. We here to have fun with it. Everyone who comes in here with me and gives me their time and vibes with me and was on the interview with me, or and not on the live with me, and I interviewed, I should say. I consider all you guys my Patterdale family. You know what I mean? And I think it should just get bigger and stronger in 2026, 2025. I feel like it has got, bigger and stronger. And and as far as bigger and stronger, we always trying to, the main thing is keeping the hunting aspect alive. That's, that's the main thing. That's the main, that's before all, is keeping the hunting aspect alive within the breed. You know what I mean? So that's definitely the main thing before anything. But yeah. Well, we got to say Jamie Pye, 101. Good evening, son. You've done a mighty fine job with the PTCA this year. Much love and respect. Yes, it's been a great year. Again, like I said, I got to work with the PTCA. Shout out to 101. Shout out to the bro. Yeah, it's been a great year. It's been a great year. Got to work with a lot of different people, including the PTCA, and me to work with the PTCA was a big deal because as I first got into these Patterdales, I'm going to the website, I'm doing my homework, I'm doing this. Can't wait to get my dog and register it and all that, and who knows? Next thing you know, I was able to work with the PTCA. So again, it's been a lovely year. That's another thing that worked out. You know what I mean? Made it a good year. I like to see my pups have an interest by 7 months, no later than 12 months. Not to say I would let them engage too much at that age, but I like them to have interest by then. Yes, definitely. 7 months. And I mean, we had this talk before as far as me and you, one-on-one, one of one. And yeah, but is there anything I like to see my pups have an interest by 7? Okay, so let me ask you this. What do you mean by interest? And how much interest? Do you mean, oh, they're just, you know, they'll kind of want it, or do you mean they're ready to, if all right, so say if you got something in a trap, you got a rat in a little rat trap. Do you like to see them by 7 months tapping at a little, backing up, barking, grabbing a little, or do you like to see them, flipping that cage, running it into the wall because they're trying to break the cage open? You know what I mean? So, like, if they're not trying to break that cage open, is it not it for you, or is it kind of like, oh, if if they're doing a little growling thing and a little kind of want thing, we're gonna rock with it and work with them. A lot of great interviews. Congrats on the good 2025. Yeah, thank you, Dapper Trapper. And listen, you made it better. You always in here vibing. You always in here leaving comments in the chat. So that always helps. And again, you're never quiet. So that works, and that helps us out. And you know how it goes, Dapper Trapper. You've been with us. You've been here with us all year, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for real. I like to see my puppies showing interest in moving things at 8 to 10 weeks old. I like to see them on small coon by 10 months. 1 year depends on the dog. Yeah. Okay. 8 to 10 weeks old. So we got 101. He said, I like to see my pups having interest by 7 months, no later than 12 months. You like to see interest in 8 to 10 weeks. It's a big difference, but to each our own. To each our own. To each our own. 8 to 10 weeks is kind of damn, Jamie. It just started breathing, my boy. But listen, you the vet, not me. So I'm gonna go with what you say. I only got one dog, and where I'm at, and when I got her, I couldn't. It would have been hard for me to even work her that early, and I didn't even get it. I didn't even. I think when I got her, she was 12 weeks. So I didn't even, or maybe I got her at 10 weeks. But when I did get her, first thing I did, I got off the plane and got picked up and went straight to somewhere to grab a little mouse, throw it in the little cage I had already got, and see what she did. And yeah, she sniffed a little, snatched it up, picked it up, killed it. So, but it definitely wasn't no nothing crazy. Just a little mouse to see if she would do anything. You know what I mean? And from there on, I did a couple more mice and stopped wasting my money and moved up to the rats. And after that, started catching things. So, but yeah, 8 to 10 weeks is. I mean, hey, I've seen it is. They definitely do start acting up, but I've seen it, but with other dogs, to be honest. Jamie Parks, thank you, pops. You know I gotta make you proud. 2026 is gonna be great. A great one. We have a lot to unveil. Yes, we definitely do. Just searching some real. Yes, we definitely do. We definitely do have a lot to unveil. Everyone. Eve Tuffy Midnight Dynasty Fury Bruiser. And I'm guessing. Well, I know those are the pups coming up. 101. I mean, cut up kennels. Biggs. You guys already know Biggs, King, Mama. They coming. Biggs and King and Mama, the real beast. Sorry, Biggs, they're the real beast. But yeah, I know them dogs are coming for sure. For sure. I seen them dogs up close and personally when they were young, and they were already wanted to act stupid. So I already know they're coming. I don't do traps. Honestly, what I mean is if we are at a dig, they are trying to get involved. Okay. We are more so just let them watch the older dogs work. Somehow locate on. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Agree. I plan on doing the same whenever I have pups. Don't know when that's gonna be, but you know, not worried about it right now. But yeah, definitely want to be able to bring the pups out and so they could watch the olders work. And if you ask me, I mean that's a good dog. That's a good. I mean that's how animals in the wild train their pups or cubs or whatever. Watch me and learn. And same thing with same thing I do with my kids when it comes to sports, when it comes to things in life in general. So definitely a great way. And again, I learned a lot from you guys and someone tuning in right now who just got into the Patterdales, probably, learning things now as well. I could send you a video of a 10-week-old Wookiee catching a small hog. I have him now, I'm guessing you say, or they have him now. I have him now. Either way, that's crazy. You already know. Send me the video, bro. I know them Wookiees got that yag in it, yag in Patterdale. So definitely probably little psychos. But yeah, send me that video for sure, bro. For sure. Send me all those type videos you got. Live your life dogs. We do it all over here, man. So the Wookiees too. So send me all those videos, bro. Definitely some of the pups to look for sure. Cut up kennels got what? Got 6, 7. Oh shit! I just said that 6, 7. That's what the kids saying, but yeah, 7. Um, pups right now. What up, big? Shout out to the whole cut up kennels. Yes, sir. Shout out to everyone in here. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, please and thank you. Okay, sorry I said it too fast. The Peterson brothers have him 10 weeks old, yes, and I definitely like to see them on a wrap. But yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, my what do you ask me to? Oh, the biggest. So what like I said is I'm recapping. We're recapping the live. Some of the biggest. If you remember one of the funniest moments on the live for you, you could comment it, or a moment where you felt like you learned something huge. One of the biggest questions, of course, everyone knows the biggest question was probably that just kept running. It will probably keep running as we get new people to come in here is mouth and nose. And yeah, it's been as far as the recap, it's been a great year. First time I actually did a live like this. So, this is new. It's not as new anymore because I've been doing it for months now. But yeah, it's still somewhat new, and this is my first time doing it, so it's been fun. Um we did the recap video of the event in New York. Before that video, one of the I would say one of the highlights for me was I went out to New York, and I think we was out for maybe 5 hours, 4 hours, and ended up getting about what was it, 6 to 8 groundhogs. So that was kind of like, and that was actually the first time I went out to New York. So that was great. You know what I mean? It was the first time I went out there with my dog, and within a couple hours we had, like I said, like 6 to 8 groundhogs or something like that. And from there on it just been go. It was kind of like my dog got turned on that day, but I also got turned on that day. So not and kind of just as far as like, doing seeing your dog do it, and you're digging for your dog, and and definitely turned me on as far as like, yeah, I love this. This is the shit. You know what I mean? And in the process you get to help out people, you know what I mean? You get to help out farmers or people just growing crops in general. Might not be um farm, or just people with just problem, just a rodent problem in general. You know what I mean? The biggest wow moment for me is when that chicken. Damn, didn't mean this. I was just about to say, what do you mean with was when that chicken? But yeah, I mean there was a lot of obviously you might have to scan through the videos and see, but there was a lot of funny moments. Oh man. Well, I hope everything's good now, bro. I'm gonna have to hit you with the text. I hope everything's good. Yeah, I'm always hoping good vibes, wishing good vibes, and trying to put that energy in the air for good vibes for everyone in here, for us all, and everyone in the Patterdale world, everyone in the dog world in general. Shit, everyone in the world. You know what I mean? Why not? We all just trying to live and make and have fun while we do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, at the end of the day, we all on the same road, whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not, we all on the same road. But yeah, um, yeah, okay, yeah, that was definitely a wow moment. That was a moment where, let's be honest, I think we all got off the live and looked into the pest control business a little and said, ah, maybe I need to get a few more dogs and see if I could do something. Cause yeah, she said she made about that. She makes about that a year, and obviously you watched the interview, so she been doing it. She been doing it for. It wasn't like she just started in January and by June, you know, she was doing it. It was like January 2020, and by June 2023, she might have been, you know, I mean, but either way, you know, that's how the grind goes. But yeah, that was definitely that might have been that's definitely top three. Okay, I'm gonna say top three. I can't really think of a wow moment bigger than that, to be honest. Right now, off top. But yeah, that was definitely a wow moment when she said that. And again, she traveled. She wasn't in just one state. She's traveling state to state. You know what I mean? She's she got everything very professional, every contract. She's in the state she goes to. She was in contact with their pest control with the pest control companies in that state, or the animal control, or both, you know what I mean, to make sure. And that obviously as you go back, they know her and knew who she was. But yeah, that was definitely, I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that. That was definitely a huge wow moment, because that's I don't know. Maybe you guys doing. If you do, leave some comments. I don't know anyone who's making that type of money off working dogs. I know there might be a few people making that type of money off them, that people that are breeding them expensive ass dogs, whatever breed it might be. You know what I mean? There's some Frenchies and shit that are selling for 30,000, 40,000, and shit like that. So if you're breeding enough of those that are worth, you know what I mean, you might get close, or whatever the case might be. But if you know anyone, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think there's anyone making that type of money in the Patterdale world. And at the same time, which is great, is that she's working them, and you know they're all working to she's keeping the hunting aspect alive while she's doing it. And no, it's not earthwork, and I know. So let's, because that's a good thing to get into too, as far as the work. Because one thing, so I'll call it work, because I'm not going to disrespect it, because it's still work. But we definitely tried to, when we say work over here, as far as what we're trying to keep alive, we're definitely trying to keep the earthwork alive. There's a lot of dogs. I mean, you could put, not any dog, but yeah, yeah, probably about 80% dogs, where if you turn them on to kill rats, they're gonna kill them. Maybe not bigger dogs, you know what I mean? But it's when it comes to them smaller dogs and the terriers, and definitely the terriers and smaller terriers and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna downplay it like it's not work. But when we say work, when we say we're trying to keep the hunting aspect alive, and the I would assume you know that we mean what they're bred for, and that's the earthwork. Again, I'm not disrespecting those who rat. You know what I mean? Do the ratting. I would do the ratting. I do the ratting. It's not something that I'm saying it's not fun to do, or I wouldn't do, or none of that. But as far as when we say we're trying to keep the working aspect alive in the Patterdale Terrier, we do mean the earthwork. We do mean the earthwork for sure. Just to make that clear. But again, yeah, she's still working them. She's making good money doing it, and why not? Why not? Hey, at least you're working them. A lot of people get dogs, and not just Patterdales. A lot of people get dogs, period, that are bred for something. And you know, and as we know, there's a million breeds that are been dumbed down to just dogs. You know what I mean? And don't do anything that they're really bred for anymore. So, and that's not what we're trying to do over here with the Patterdale at all. And there's already enough people doing that. So, yeah. And yeah, let me say this just real quick, and this is not to be rude or disrespectful or thing, but there's people that contact me, and might be looking for a Patterdale pup, and I'm gonna ask you if you plan on working it. If you don't plan on working it, respectfully, you know, I'm not gonna really help you. You know what I mean, or link you to anyone that has any Patterdales, because we're just trying to keep the hunting aspect alive. And that's respectfully, that's no disrespect and nothing like that. I'm not mad at you for trying to get one, just have a dog, whatever the case might be. But I can't help you with that. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I'm not mad at you. It's all love. Hope you're not mad at me. I get unlimited. Yes, you do. Unlimited. And you know I will be there to pick as much as I can. Can't wait. There's a couple videos I got of me with the good plums, apples, peaches, you name it. So you got it for sure. Yep. Got to keep them true to their traditional job. Anything else is like driving NASCAR to get groceries. I agree. I agree. And for the, I mean, and there's there's those people who just don't just, oh this I get it. And if you want a dog, cute little dog for this, but these dogs are bred to hunt and do earth work, hunt and do, and they do earth work. That's their type of hunting. And I would say at the end of the day, it's really not a thing where it's like to be mad at anyone or it's not our fault. These dogs were bred years ago to do this, and if you have one, you know that 90% of the time they're probably not great pets because they just want to hunt. And if you do have, you could have one where it's like, okay, you might have just had a dog, might have just been cooling, but you was in the backyard cooking out one day and a squirrel come by and it happens to grab it. That dog probably act different from there on. Might be turned on a little. So these dogs, yeah, we definitely trying to keep the hunting aspect alive. Their traditional job for sure. And again, there's enough dogs that get dumbed down, and there's already enough little lap dogs if you want them. So get those. But as far as the Patterdale, we definitely gonna keep the hunting aspect alive for sure, for sure, for sure. Who said that? 101. 101. We gotta I had some we gotta get into them AC dogs. I'm doing my homework on them a little bit, learning, I always do my homework to learn more on them or learn more on anything I'm doing. But yeah, that's something that people want to talk about. So I'm gonna have that talk with you to learn a little bit more. And we'll make that Wednesday night Patterdale Talk sooner or later. And again, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're here every Wednesday talking Patterdale. If you love the Patterdale, this is the place for you. This is the place you want to be. And the question of the day was, what do you like to see, or how early? Let me pop it up. What do you like to see in your working pup first? How early, how late, etc. How late meaning what's the latest where it's like, okay, this dog's year and a half months. I can't give it no many chances. I'm gonna just get it fixed and give it to my niece. You know what I mean? Again, we're not promoting that, but if the dog won't work, then the dog won't work. But we're not gonna do anything extra. You know what I mean? The dog will still live his life through, just not with us. Just not with us. And we won't, we won't let that dog breed pretty much. But yeah, dog will live a life through, just not with us. Because again, this is live your life. Live your life dogs, man. That's what we want them to do at the end of the day. But we want them to do what they were bred for also. And that's not just the Patterdale, that's any breed, you know, any breed. But yeah, as far as the recap 25, it's been a great year. I learned a lot, did a lot of things. Cut Up Kennels threw a nice event in August. I don't know if you guys seen it, but the recap video is, on the Live Your Life Dogs YouTube channel. They had a great event, live hunting, real stuff, all real, not no animals caged and then things like that. No, real live hunting. You go out, catch what you catch. I ended up having a good time, learning a lot of things that day. My dog did well. Um, left home, she left with a trophy, so that was a great day. So yeah, 2025 as far as the Patterdale, as far as like, just learning, just getting into the game more. My brother actually had a Patterdale probably like 15 years ago, but I was so heavy in the with other dogs, I really didn't pay too much attention to it. So and then again, my cousin Keith um got his Patterdale boomerang and started doing his thing with it. And I said, okay, what's this? Um, of course, I still had other dogs, but I said, okay, well, I'm gonna try this out. And now I'm in love, and here we are. And it's been a great ride, and we're just gonna keep it moving and grooving, keep rolling like an old man in a Buick, and have fun with it. Have fun with it. 2025 was very unique as far as just doing new things within the Patterdale world. Uh the PTCA did a lot of new things, huge things, updated all their things, all their stuff. Um we got the New England Patterdale Terrier Club, which is you know, you got the Patterdale Terrier Club, but uh, you just register your Patterdale. And that could be any Patterdale. And I work closely with the PTCA. Shout out to them. They also sponsor this as well as the New England Patterdale Terrier Club. So we're all just one big family. Like I say, Patterdale family. We're all just one big family. But the New England Patterdale Terrier Club is for so that's something new where it's a registry for working Patterdales. So now we have it where we got the PTCA that you register your Patterdale, and we can keep file of Patterdales worldwide period. Where now we have the New England Patterdale Terrier Club where that's based on just working Patterdales. So now we have a place where we could just go see working Patterdales. We could just go look up working Patterdales. We could if you have a working Patterdale, this is where you register. And you still register that dog with the PTCA, of course, because that's the Patterdale Terrier Club. So you still register your dog with the PTCA, of course, but if you have, in the dog game, you might have a dog that's not much of a worker, but she puts out good offspring. So that dog, yeah, you're gonna register with the PTCA. Now you wouldn't be able to register with the New England Patterdale Terrier Club because she's not a proven worker. But you would still register with the PTCA and something like that where it's like, okay, now she's still registered. Of course, they register with the PTCA, but she's not a worker, so she can't be registered with New England Patterdale Club. But if she has offspring that are workers, once they're proven workers, they can be registered with the New England Patterdale Club. You know what I mean? And we still have all her pedigrees and info because again, we work with the PTCA and we just talk to them and we all sit down and make sure this dog is a proven worker and if they get registered New England Pattern Club. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, you're someone and you want a Patterdale and you want a worker, you want working parents, you want to look at some working bloodlines, you just go straight to the New England Patterdale Terrier Club and it's all there. It's building now, so in a couple of years there will just be more built and there'll be a lot more data and stuff like that. But you just go there and and do your homework and see what you like. But at least when you know you go there, it's all workers. So you don't gotta worry about if it's a worker or not. You're just gonna have to choose what worker you want and what type worker you want and why you want that type worker. And if you're looking for a look too, you know what I mean? But you'll know that they're all workers. So you don't have to worry about if they're a worker or not. You just go there and you know they're all workers. But then of course I would suggest you still register that dog with the PTCA because that's New England that's the PTCA, the American Patterdale Terrier Club. You know what I mean? And that's where all the files is held and you know. But yeah, it's been a great year and that's something new as far as yeah, just having somewhere to look where you could just look for all workers. And that's something building. And it actually was started in 2024, but it has built a lot more in 2025 and it's been a good year. And the website's getting a lot of traffic and things like that. So it's just a matter of time, before it's build and again, a couple years from now, that'll be where you go if you you know, just want to just want to look at workers, period. You know what I mean? So it's been a great year for sure. A lot going on. We already got events and things and plans and set up and dates for 2026. So 2026 is definitely gonna be a big year. Um Definitely gonna be a bigger year, more things going on, more events, um, building the Patterdale family, more hunters coming out. We got the big dig. Um that's a big event coming up in 2026. Brought to you by Cut Up Kennels, recognized by the PTCA and the New England Patterdale Terrier Club. And and then shout out to Cut Up Kennels because that's a big event they're doing, big event they're presenting, held by them. Um, yeah, and it's gonna be a good time. So even that's another thing where it's like in 2025 we're already getting things going for 2026. So even in that aspect, 2025 has been a big year. You know what I mean? It's always great when you had a good enough year where you could get things ready for the next year. You know what I mean? That's always a good sign. And it's definitely gonna be a big event. It's called the Big Dig for a reason. So that's something we put together in 2025 that will be going down in 2026. And I suggest everyone to come, whether you have a Patterdale, if you just want to see how they work, see what's going on, things like that. If you want to learn more live, not live meaning, live here talking on YouTube, but live action, right there and learn that way. That's the best way to learn. You know what I mean? So, and just come out and have fun with us. That's gonna be a great time. Again, they had an event in August 2025. Like I said, it's been a big year, and that event was great. Real live hunting. Again, the recap video for those who just popped up in here. The recap video is on the Live Your Life Dogs YouTube channel, where you could just go check it out and see what went down and see how busy it got and see some. And obviously, within that video, there's some live hunting. But yeah, the Patterdale game, it's building in a good way, and we're just gonna keep vibing, keep moving, and keeping the hunting aspect of it all alive, you know, and keep the vibes positive. That's one thing I want to always make a big deal. Is you guys always know is in the dog world things can get sour quick and fast, but I'm trying to You know, I'm no savior, nothing like that, but I'm trying to keep the vibes positive. You know what I mean? Like I always say, it's it's us versus, as far as in this game, you know, it's us versus the rodents, not us versus each other. You know what I mean? So, you know, we all should be looking for everyone's dogs to do the best. Again, even at the event I've been to, it was an event, and at one point we had to get a dog out. My dog was tied up. Cool. Yeah, you might want to win, but no, we're gonna tie these dogs up and dig and get this dog out. Most importantly, is to help each other. You know what I mean? And even in a state where it's a competition, we're all there. We're all one family looking out for each other. And at the end of the day, we're there to have fun, and we want everyone to go home with their dogs. So you know, I'm just always trying to keep it positive vibes. Um, you know, it's all love, me man. It's all love. We're just having fun with these dogs. Everyone stay positive. Take care of your dogs, and that's the biggest thing, man, is to take care of our dogs. So when it's time to hunt, they're ready to hunt. They're strong enough, you know, they're healthy enough, all that good stuff. And you know, and the great thing is about is I made a lot of new friends. You know, we some of us even consider each other family now, and like I said, you guys all consider my Patterdale family. So, you know, it's been a great year, man. It's been a great year. It's actually was a bigger year than I could expect. Bigger year than I thought it was gonna be. Um, did a lot more things that I thought I thought I was gonna do in the Patterdale world. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great. This probably would be the last live for 2025. So that's kind of why we're doing the recap, and that's kind of why I've been giving out the thank you to everyone. And yeah, man, it's been a great time. Um, if you got anything you want to say in the comments before we get up out of here, I'm not gonna be on here too long today. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was just one of them nights I wanted to, you know, talk a little bit about the year. And someone suggested it to me, so I said, why not talk a little about the year, talk about the things that went down, the fun we had, the things I've learned. And yeah, we were just gonna keep it moving. We're just gonna keep it moving 2026. I appreciate everyone who came through 2025. Again, this will probably be the last live 2025. So next time you see me on here, it'll be next year. And appreciate everyone who comes through and checks the live. You know, it's ongoing. If you're new to this live, come check me. Um, I also do Friday nights sometimes and talk about just dogs in general. So yeah, we're gonna be grinding. I'm gonna be like, and anyone else who's in here who you know you got a dog channel, let's lock in. Let's do that thing. Let's lock in and make some noise with it, man. Let's lock in and make some noise with this whole dog thing. You've done a great job. Keep up the good work. The Terry community is better with people like you in it. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you 101. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to have fun with it, but you know, anytime I know it's a group thing. It's hunting. There's a lot of acres. You know, all the people we know that we couldn't cover all the ground. If you know what I mean. So the more the better. The you know, the more the merrier. Um Let's just have fun with it, man. I want one of them days where it's like, you know, there's just, and of course, I'm not saying everyone in one area, but you know, there's just 50 people meet up in one morning and we just all just spread out and cover and, you know, fuck shit up. You know what I mean? Just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Then you go back to the camping grounds, eat fireplace, talk shit and drink beers. You know, so that's what we're trying to do over here, man. I wish everyone a happy holiday, happy New Year. Um, it's been great. Like I said, 2026. is gonna be a big year. I'm gonna try to. I can't guarantee nothing. You know how life is. I'm gonna try to start the year off with a very good I don't know, maybe someone special to interview, and it's hard for me to say because I feel like everyone on here that I interviewed been special in their own ways. You know what I'm saying? That's not to sound all corny and sweet and shit, because I ain't on, you know, but but in a real way, you know what I mean? Everyone has I learned from everyone on here, so you know what I mean? That whatever I learned been special to me, so you know what I mean? So but yeah, we'll try to get someone on here going, get to start the year off right. But yeah, I wanna thank everyone for always coming through. Appreciate you. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Um Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff, man. Till next time, live your life, dogs. Till next year, I should say, huh? Live your life, dogs. Patterdale Woods out. Appreciate you guys. Peace.